They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but some photos are worth 1,000 unanswered questions. These enigmatic photographs continue to baffle scientists and historians alike, their mysteries unsolved despite the passage of time. Join us as we uncover the most mysterious photos that scientists cannot explain. Phantom Girl. In the early 20th century, a mysterious figure known as the Phantom Girl began appearing in photographs taken across Krasnoyarsk, a city in central Russia. This enigmatic young woman was captured in dozens of images during the reign of the last Russian emperor, Nicholas II, leaving experts and historians puzzled to this day. The Phantom Girl was first spotted in a striking image, posing on a rooftop in front of the famous Krasnoyarsk railway bridge. From this initial sighting, she continued to appear in various pictures over the next few years. Her presence was often subtle, with her figure sometimes so small that it went unnoticed for years. Many of these images were used as postcards and posters. Throughout the photographs, the young woman's appearance remained remarkably consistent. Always impeccably dressed, she wore a light-colored cape over a dark dress, topped with a distinctive boater-style hat. Her long hair was styled in a plait with dark ribbons tied at the end, and she often carried an umbrella. Despite her elegant attire, her expression remained serious and enigmatic. In another notable image, the Phantom Girl stands near a group of workers, her presence somehow commanding despite not being the focal point of the scene. She was also captured standing with a group of boys near the Krasnoyarsk Teachers Seminary, again drawing attention despite her often peripheral position in the compositions. To date, 24 photographs featuring the Phantom Girl have been discovered, all taken in various locations across Krasnoyarsk. These images have sparked numerous theories and debates. Some speculate that she might be a spirit or even a time traveler, while skeptics suggest the photographs could be the result of a clever hoax or a case of mistaken identity. 4 children for sale. In 1948, a heartbreaking photograph emerged from the streets of Chicago, capturing the desperate lengths to which one family was driven by poverty and despair. The image shows a young mother, Lucille Chalafou, standing on the stairs with her 4 small children, with a sign that says, "4 children for sale, inquire within." The photograph, taken by an unknown passerby, quickly went viral, appearing in newspapers across the country and sparking a national conversation about the plight of America's poor. Lucille, 24 years old and pregnant with her 5th child, had been abandoned by her husband, a veteran struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder. Unable to afford food or rent, she made the wrenching decision to offer her children for sale, hoping to find them a better life than the one she could provide. Pyramid on the Moon. In the depths of a massive lunar crater, a peculiar structure has been photographed that has set the conspiracy world abuzz. Dubbed the Pyramid on the Moon, this angular, seemingly artificial formation has been seized upon by some as evidence of an ancient alien civilization that once inhabited our celestial neighbor. The pyramid measures approximately 190 feet tall and has a triangular footprint that covers an area roughly the size of a football field. Its sharp geometric lines and uncanny resemblance to the pyramids of ancient Egypt have fueled speculation that it may have been constructed by the same extraterrestrial architects responsible for the earthly wonders. This intrigue was further sparked by a NASA photo taken during the Apollo 17 mission in 1972. When astronaut Eugene Cernan snapped a photo of the lunar landscape, small geometric hills resembling pyramids emerged on the horizon. While NASA has not officially commented on the pyramids, some believe they are evidence of past alien civilizations on the moon. However, NASA has dismissed the pyramid as nothing more than a trick of light and shadow upon the lunar surface. Others insist the odd-shaped protrusions are simply hills casting angular shadows. Without higher resolution images, experts remain uncertain if the renowned Moon Pyramids photo shows the remnants of human-made structures or odd lunar topography. Native American smartphone. In a captivating painting by American-Italian artist Umberto Romano, a Native American appears to be holding an object that bears an uncanny resemblance to a modern-day smartphone. The artwork, titled Mr. Pinchon in the Settling of Springfield, depicts a scene from the early 17th century where a Native American man is seen with a group of settlers, his gaze fixated on the peculiar device in his hand. The anachronistic appearance of the smartphone-like object has sparked intense speculation and debate among art enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists alike. Some have suggested that the painting may be evidence of time travel, while others propose that it could be a depiction of an advanced technology possessed by ancient civilizations. Lunch atop a skyscraper. In 1932, at the height of the Great Depression, a daring photograph captured the imagination of a nation and became an enduring symbol of American resilience and determination. The image, known as Lunch Atop a Skyscraper, depicts 11 ironworkers casually enjoying their midday meal while perched precariously on a steel beam, 850 feet above the streets of Manhattan. The photograph, taken during the construction of the RCA building now known as 30 Rockefeller Plaza, has become an iconic representation of the courage and skill of the workers who helped build New York City's skyline. The men in the image, seemingly unfazed by the dizzying height and lack of safety equipment, embody the indomitable spirit that characterized America's response to the economic challenges of the 1930s. Despite its enduring popularity, the identities of most of the men in the photograph remain a mystery. Over the years, various claims have been made by descendants of the ironworkers, but only a few have been definitively confirmed. Skunk Ape. Deep within the swamps and forests of Florida, a foul-smelling bipedal creature known as the skunk ape has been reported by eyewitnesses for decades. Standing over 7 feet tall and weighing more than 450 pounds, this elusive cryptid is said to resemble a large, hairy humanoid with a pungent odor reminiscent of rotten eggs or methane gas. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the skunk ape's existence emerged in 2000 when an anonymous letter containing 2 photographs of the alleged creature was sent to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. The images, which showed a large, hairy figure lurking in the Florida wilderness, quickly became a sensation among cryptozoology enthusiasts. Despite numerous expeditions and investigations, conclusive proof of the skunk ape's existence remains elusive. Some researchers have suggested that the creature may be a surviving population of Gigantopithecus, a massive ape that went extinct over 100,000 years ago. Others believe that the skunk ape may be a yet undiscovered species of primate that has managed to evade detection in the dense, unforgiving landscape of the Florida swamps. Hallin Lights. In the remote Hallin Valley of Norway, a bizarre and unexplained phenomenon has been captivating scientists and curious onlookers for decades. Known as the Hallin Lights, these peculiar luminous orbs have been observed floating, hovering, and darting through the night sky, defying conventional explanations and challenging our understanding of atmospheric physics. The Hallin Lights come in a variety of colors, including white, yellow, red, and blue, and can range in size from a few inches to several feet in diameter. Some witnesses have reported the lights moving at incredible speeds, making sharp turns, or even appearing to respond intelligently to their surroundings. Despite extensive scientific research and numerous theories, the true nature of the Hallin Lights remains a mystery. Some researchers have suggested that the lights may be caused by a rare form of ball lightning, while others have proposed more exotic explanations, such as the manifestation of energy from an unknown underground source. The Unidentified Tank Man. On June 5, 1989, in the aftermath of the brutal crackdown on pro-democracy protesters in Beijing's Tiananmen Square, a lone figure emerged from the crowd and stood defiantly in front of a column of advancing tanks. The image of this unknown man, dressed in a white shirt and black pants, holding shopping bags in each hand, has become an enduring symbol of courage and resistance in the face of oppression. As the lead tank approached, the man gestured for it to stop, climbing onto the vehicle and appearing to engage in a brief conversation with the crew inside. When the tank attempted to maneuver around him, the man repeatedly shifted his position, blocking its path in a poignant display of nonviolent resistance. The identity of the tank man remains unknown, and his fate following the incident is unclear. Some reports suggest that he was executed by Chinese authorities in the wake of the protests, while others claim that he escaped and went into hiding. Despite the mystery surrounding his identity, the image of the tank man has become an iconic representation of the human spirit's indomitable will to resist tyranny, inspiring generations of activists and defenders of freedom around the world. McMinville UFO. In May 1950, the quiet farming community of McMinville, Oregon, became the center of a global sensation when local farmer Paul Trent captured a series of photographs that appeared to show a metallic, disc-shaped object hovering in the sky. The images, which have since become known as the McMinville UFO photographs, are considered by many to be among the most compelling pieces of evidence for the existence of extraterrestrial life. According to Trent and his wife Evelyn, the object was first spotted hovering silently over their farm, glinting in the afternoon sun. Trent quickly grabbed his camera and managed to snap 2 photographs of the craft before it accelerated and vanished into the distance. The photographs, which show a clearly defined, saucer-shaped object with a metallic sheen, have been extensively analyzed by experts who have found no evidence of tampering or manipulation. Despite numerous investigations and debates, the true nature of the McMinville UFO remains a mystery. Some skeptics have suggested that the object may have been a hoax, possibly a model suspended by a string or a trick of perspective. However, many UFO researchers maintain that the photographs are genuine and offer compelling evidence of an extraterrestrial presence in our skies. The enduring enigma of the McMinville UFO continues to captivate the public imagination and fuel ongoing debates about the possibility of life beyond our world. A blurry alien, a perplexing photograph from Chile, has left UFO enthusiasts and skeptics alike scratching their heads. The image, which shows 2 men on horses, also appears to capture a small blurry figure behind the horses, resembling an extraterrestrial being. The photograph has been the subject of intense analysis and debate, with some experts suggesting that the mysterious figure could be evidence of alien life visiting Earth. However, skeptics have proposed a more mundane explanation, arguing that the alien may simply be a child who wandered into the frame as the photograph was being taken. Despite numerous investigations, the true nature of the blurry figure remains a mystery. Madonna with Saint Giovannino. The 15th century painting Madonna with Saint Giovannino by Italian artist Domenico Ghirlandaio has long been a source of fascination and intrigue due to the unusual detail in its background. Just above Madonna's left shoulder, a strange disc-shaped object can be seen hovering in the sky, emitting a beam of light that appears to be directed toward the ground below. Many UFO enthusiasts have interpreted this peculiar object as evidence of a UFO sighting during the Renaissance era, suggesting that the artist may have witnessed an extraterrestrial craft and incorporated it into his painting. However, art historians and skeptics have offered alternative explanations, proposing that the object could be a representation of a celestial body or a religious symbol. Despite the ongoing debate, the mysterious disc-shaped object in Madonna with Saint Giovannino continues to capture the imagination of those who believe in the possibility of ancient alien visitations. Diatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers met a tragic and perplexing end in the Ural Mountains of Russia. The Diatlov Pass incident, named after the group's leader, Igor Diatlov, has become one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century. When the hikers failed to return from their expedition, a search party was dispatched, only to discover a scene of unimaginable horror. The hikers' tent had been cut open from the inside, and their bodies were found scattered across the snowy landscape, some in a state of partial undress, and others with inexplicable injuries, including fractured skulls and missing tongues. Adding to the mystery, photographs taken by the hikers prior to their deaths revealed strange lights and figures in the night sky. Theories about the cause of the hikers' deaths have ranged from natural phenomena, such as an avalanche or an attack by indigenous wildlife, to more outlandish explanations involving top-secret government experiments or extraterrestrial intervention. Despite extensive investigations, the true nature of the Diatlov Pass incident remains a chilling and perplexing enigma. The Black Knight Satellite. The enigmatic Black Knight satellite has captivated the imagination of conspiracy theorists and UFO enthusiasts for decades. Believed by some to be an extraterrestrial spacecraft in polar orbit around Earth, the origins of this mysterious object have been traced back to the early days of the space race. In 1960, a U.S. Navy radar allegedly detected an unidentified, dark tumbling object in an unusual polar orbit. This sighting was followed by a series of photographs taken during NASA's STS-88 mission in 1998, which appeared to show a black, angular object hovering against the backdrop of Earth's atmosphere. Some have speculated that the Black Knight satellite could be a remnant of an ancient alien civilization, left behind to monitor human activity. Despite official explanations dismissing the object as space debris or a thermal blanket lost during an EVA, The legend of the Black Knight satellite persists, fueling ongoing debates about the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the secrets that may be hidden in Earth's orbit. Patterson, Gimlin, Bigfoot. In 1967, Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin set out on horseback into the wilderness of Northern California, determined to capture evidence of the elusive creature known as Bigfoot. What they returned with would become one of the most controversial and hotly debated pieces of footage in the history of cryptozoology. In film, a shaky, minute-long clip shot on 16mm on Kodak film appears to show a large bipedal creature covered in dark hair, striding through the forest with a peculiar, almost human-like gait. The creature, estimated to be around 7 feet tall and weighing nearly 500 pounds, turns to face the camera briefly before disappearing into the trees. While some experts have dismissed the footage as an elaborate hoax with a man in an ape suit, others have pointed to the creature's detailed anatomy and fluid movements as evidence of its authenticity. Despite decades of analysis and debate, the Patterson-Gimlin film remains the most compelling piece of evidence for the existence of Bigfoot, Congo's giant snake. In 1959, Belgian Air Force pilot Colonel Remy van Leerde reported an astonishing encounter with a giant snake while flying over the Congo. According to van Leerde, the serpent measured a staggering 50 feet in length, with a triangular head spanning nearly 7 feet wide. Van Leerde managed to capture a photograph of the gargantuan reptile before it vanished into the dense jungle below. The photograph, which shows a large, sinuous form slithering through the undergrowth, has been the subject of intense scrutiny and debate. Some cryptozoologists have suggested that the creature may be a previously undiscovered species of giant snake, possibly a remnant of the prehistoric era. Others have proposed that the photograph could depict an oversized specimen of a known species, such as an African rock python. Despite numerous expeditions to the region, no conclusive evidence of the giant snake's existence has been found, leaving the true nature of van Leerde's sighting a mystery. Baltic Sea Anomaly. In 2011, a peculiar object was discovered on the floor of the Baltic Sea by a team of Swedish treasure hunters. The anomaly, which measures approximately 200 feet in diameter, bears an uncanny resemblance to the Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars franchise. Sonar scans of the object reveal a disc-shaped structure with a central dome and what appear to be ramps or staircases leading up to it. The anomaly's unusual shape and its location at a depth of around 300 feet have led some to speculate that it could be of extraterrestrial origin, perhaps an ancient alien spacecraft that crashed into the sea thousands of years ago. However, skeptics have proposed more mundane explanations for the Baltic Sea anomaly, suggesting that it could be a natural geological formation or a remnant of a man-made structure, such as a sunken vessel or a military installation. Fresno Nightcrawlers. In the late 2000s, residents of Fresno, California, were perplexed by a series of bizarre videos captured by their home security cameras. The footage appeared to show a pair of slender, pale creatures, each standing around 3 feet tall, with no visible upper body, arms, or head, moving across lawns and driveways in the dead of night. Dubbed the Fresno Nightcrawlers, these enigmatic beings quickly became the subject of intense speculation and debate. Some researchers have suggested that the creatures could be previously undiscovered species, while others have proposed more outlandish explanations, such as interdimensional beings or extraterrestrial visitors. Despite numerous investigations and attempts to debunk the videos, the true nature of the Fresno Nightcrawlers remains a mystery. The eerie, almost otherworldly appearance of these creatures continues to captivate the imagination of those who believe that there may be more to our world than meets the eye. The last photo at the Islandmore Lighthouse. In 1900, a chilling mystery unfolded at the remote Islandmore Lighthouse, perched atop a rugged island off the coast of Scotland. On December 26th, a supply ship arrived at the island to find the lighthouse deserted, with no sign of its 3 keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur. Investigators were baffled by the state of the abandoned lighthouse. The table was set for dinner, and the lamps were carefully trimmed, suggesting that the keepers had vanished in the midst of their daily routine. Most unsettling of all was the final photograph taken at the lighthouse, which showed the three men posing solemnly on the rock-strewn shore, their faces etched with what some have interpreted as a haunting premonition of the fate that awaited them. Theories about the keeper's disappearance have ranged from a rogue wave sweeping them out to sea to a murderous falling out among the men. Some have even suggested that supernatural forces may have been at work, claiming that the lighthouse was built on an ancient Celtic burial ground. Despite extensive investigations and searches, the true fate of the island moorkeepers remains one of Scotland's most enduring and chilling mysteries. Babushka Lady. On November 22, 1963, as President John F. Kennedy's motorcade wound its way through the streets of Dallas, Texas, a mysterious figure stood out among the crowd of onlookers. Dressed in a distinctive headscarf reminiscent of those worn by elderly Russian women, the Babushka Lady can be seen in numerous photographs and film recordings of the assassination, holding what appears to be a camera and seemingly documenting the tragic events as they unfolded. Despite efforts by the FBI and amateur sleuths, the identity of the Babushka Lady has never been uncovered. Some have speculated that she may have been a Soviet spy positioned to capture the assassination on film for her handlers in Moscow. Others believe that she was simply a bystander who inadvertently found herself at the center of one of the most pivotal moments in American history. The enduring mystery of the Babushka Lady has only deepened with the passage of time. If she did indeed capture the assassination on film, her footage has never surfaced, leading some to wonder if it may contain evidence that could shed new light on the still contested circumstances surrounding Kennedy's death. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. The mystery of the 1903 photograph is shocking. What you see gives you goosebumps. This may seem like an ordinary photograph, but upon closer inspection, something eerie becomes apparent. Taken after a military drill as a squad picture, a few individuals mysteriously appear in two different spots. How is it possible for people to occupy two positions simultaneously in the same frame? Thorough examination confirms the photo is not edited, and at that time photography was still a relatively new technology, with photo manipulation virtually unheard of. What are your thoughts on this perplexing image? Let us know in the comments. Phoenix Lights. On March 13, 1997, the skies over Phoenix, Arizona were filled with an extraordinary sight that would become one of the most widely witnessed and documented UFO events in history. Known as the Phoenix Lights, the incident involved a massive V-shaped formation of lights that slowly and silently glided across the state, prompting thousands of eyewitness reports and sparking a frenzy of media attention and speculation. Witnesses described the formation as a series of bright orbs arranged in a triangular pattern, spanning an estimated 300 feet from wingtip to wingtip. The lights, which were visible for several minutes, moved in unison and at a steady pace, ruling out conventional explanations such as aircraft or celestial bodies. Despite an initial explanation by the military that the lights were flares dropped during a training exercise, many witnesses remained unconvinced, citing the immense size, silent movement, and unconventional configuration of the objects. Some UFO researchers have suggested that the Phoenix Lights may have been a manifestation of extraterrestrial technology, while others propose more earthly explanations, such as a secret military project or an elaborate hoax. Goddard's Squadron Ghost. In 1919, as World War I drew to a close, a group of British airmen from the Goddard Squadron gathered for a photograph to commemorate their service and sacrifice. However, when the developed image was examined, a chilling discovery was made. Among the living stood the ghostly figure of Freddie Jackson, a mechanic who had tragically lost his life in a propeller accident just 2 days prior. The spectral figure, identified by his fellow squadron members, can be clearly seen in the back row of the photograph, his face obscured and slightly transparent, as if he were not fully present in the mortal realm. The eerie presence of Jackson's ghost has experts and enthusiasts alike grappling with the implications of this haunting image. Some have suggested that Jackson's spirit, unaware of his own demise, may have lingered in the place he once called home, seeking the comfort and camaraderie of his fellow airmen. Others have proposed more pragmatic explanations, such as a double exposure or a trick of the light. Billy the Kid Croquet photo. In 2010, a remarkable photograph surfaced that sent shockwaves through the world of Western history, and sparked a heated debate among experts and enthusiasts alike. The image, a small tin type measuring just 4 inches by 5 inches, appeared to show the infamous outlaw Billy the Kid and his gang, the Regulators, engaged in a seemingly genteel game of croquet in the summer of 1878. At first glance, the scene appears almost comically at odds with the violent reputation of these frontier desperados. However, upon closer inspection, the man at the center of the image bears an uncanny resemblance to the only authenticated photograph of Billy the Kid, taken in 1880 and sold at auction for a staggering $2.3 million in 2011. If authenticated, this croquet photograph would be just the second confirmed image of the notorious outlaw. Lights on Mars. In 2014, NASA's Curiosity rover captured a series of images that have left scientists and space enthusiasts scratching their heads in wonder. The photographs taken of the Martian surface during the rover's exploration of the red planet appear to show a bright, glowing object in the distance, standing out starkly against the barren, otherworldly landscape. Initially dismissed as a photographic anomaly or a trick of light, the strange illumination has since become a topic of intense speculation and debate. Some have suggested that the glow could be the result of a meteorite impact, while others have proposed more exotic explanations, such as the presence of bioluminescent organisms or even signs of an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Despite extensive analysis, NASA has yet to provide a definitive explanation for the mysterious light source, leaving room for imagination and speculation to run wild. Mysterious airships in the United States. In the waning years of the 19th century, a wave of bizarre sightings swept across the United States, sparking a media frenzy and capturing the imagination of a nation on the brink of a new era. Witnesses from California to the Midwest reported seeing colossal, cigar-shaped airships navigating the night skies, adorned with brilliant lights and crewed by mysterious figures whose identities and intentions remain shrouded in secrecy. These peculiar craft, which bore little resemblance to the fledgling airships and dirigibles of the time, were described as being hundreds of feet long and capable of incredible speeds and maneuverability. Some accounts even claimed that the airships were piloted by enigmatic beings who communicated with witnesses on the ground, offering cryptic messages and otherworldly predictions. One of the most intriguing pieces of evidence from this era emerged in 1911, when a photograph taken in Huntington, West Virginia, appeared to show an airship of astonishing size and sophistication, far beyond the capabilities of any known aircraft of the period. The image, along with countless eyewitness reports, has led some researchers to speculate that these mysterious airships may have been the product of advanced technology, perhaps of extraterrestrial origin, that visited our world in the twilight of the 19th century, leaving behind a legacy of wonder and mystery that endures to this day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.